For the Arise Charity. Marami kang, I'm sorry, pwede i-rerun mo ulit yung, keywords lang na project.
Re-replicate, it's yung photocopying. A-actuating yung department-led campaign about environment. It's C, essential CPU workshop seminars.
For my first question, part ng SPOA mo was about workshops and seminars. Do you acknowledge that you already have this as ChE representatives entitled Vitals, and why will you put it in your SPOA if you already have it?
Bahagi po siya ng SPOA natin dahil we acknowledge na kailangan po siya nating students. We acknowledge the efforts of our incumbent chemical engineering representatives, kaya nga gusto po natin palagumin. We also acknowledge na kailangan natin ng, may mga subjects tayo na nangailangan niya ng mga background na to, tulad na lang ChE 140, yung econ background, tapos yung sa statistics sa mga research natin.
Okay, same with Prime, ChE representatives, did you know na meron ng steady state yung mga incumbent ChE representatives natin? So ano yung difference nun to what you're proposing na, with what you're proposing, the project?
Sa Achieve kasi, yung chariots natin, sinimulan na nila yung pag-tackle ng mga mental health ng ating mga students. And gusto din namin kasi involved doon yung physical aspect ng health natin. Because as sabi last night sa mental health caravan, our mental health is not only affected by stress, but also with our physical health. So gusto natin mas improve yung physical health ng ating mga students. So yun yung isa sa mga difference now with the current study state.
So the physical health will be promoted using online platform?
Yes po, pero we also plan to give out mga healthy food options. Hindi pa namin napag-usapan how frequent it is, pero gusto sana namin magbigay ng foods na hindi usually kinakain ng mga students, like fruit salad, fruit salad and other healthy options na hindi nila alam na mura pala and accessible pala nilang bilhin.
Wait, hindi ako nagtanong. Okay, so right now, ChE Days, 2 weeks in ChE Days, I want to know, dahil kayo yung magiging future ChE Reps, I want ChE Reps na active, na involved. I want to know kung gaano kayo ka-involved sa ChE Days, kahit hindi kayo head, kahit nag-participate lang kayo, pumunta kayo, ano yung mga nagawa nito?
First to answer, Prem.
Okay. For me po, I'm currently the logistics head of ChE Days, and I've been to the 2 events of our department days, and syempre sinusupport din natin yung sa mga susunod by doing the logistics needs. Aside from this, last year I was also part of the ChE Days Tearcom, nag-head ako ng day events, and 2 years ago, nung freshie ako, part din ako ng Sports Fest committee nung ChE Days.
Currently the Beta Prof 10 co-head. So nag-prepare kami and I've attended the first 2 events.
Ayan, nung fresh po ako, naging bahagi po ako. I was the batch representative for 2016, so ako po nag-coordinate. Yun din po ginagawa ko ngayon. So with 2017, 2016, ako po yung lead na nag-coordinate ngayon. I was also an attendee sa ating game night lang kung saan hinata ko naman po talaga yung batchmates ko. Nakita naman po natin involved po sila.
Okay. Rate your incumbents. From 1 to 5, 5 being the highest. And why?
Each or
Lahat. Apat naman sila. Each of
Wala,
you.
no, I mean each income or as a whole chair.
No, individually.
Okay, sorry.
Alright.
And I acknowledge, gusto ko lang po na chair ups natin, I think they did a good job for this year. Si Janina po, I would give a 4. Si Jared a 4. Tapos 3.5 po for both Ate Jamie and Jamie.
I will give 4 for Jared and Janina. Janina and Ching, tas 3.5 kay Jamie. 4 kay Jared kasi nakita talaga natin improvement sa POV. And kay Janina kasi lagi tayong may IGP sa ChE-Reps, sa ChE. Kay Ching, sobrang na-improve yung Humans of the ChE yung project niya, naka 20,000 likes. Kay Ate Jamie, reach. Yung kay Ate Jamie, sobrang dami niyang projects for the steady state, yung sa Valentine's, but then, medyo nagkulang sa ChE tutorials, pero na-acknowledge naman natin na may problem dun sa schedule with profs.
Rating, Jared for Ching 4, Janina 4, Jamie 3. For Janina, yung IGPs, yung Jared, maganda naman yung presence niya, and give publicity. And for Ching, yung for the Humans of the ChE, Jamie, wala sa tutorials.
Please hold the mic sa end.
Sobrang nahirapan kami as incumbents to get the people to participate sa mga events. Question ko sa Arise, ChE-Rep, do you think that the projects na pinapropose mo is what the students need? Kasi they may be good projects, but will they be attended kahit walang incentive? Will they be participated? Kasi kahit gano'ng maganda yung event, wala nang time yung mga tao.
Yes, we acknowledge na busy nga po yung schedule nila. Kaya nga po gusto natin maging relevant sa kanila, na kahit sa course nila, ma-apply po nila yung natutunan nila sa classroom outside. Yes, for replicate, kailangan po natin ng printing service. We acknowledge that. For Activate, bilang bahagi ng slate, kailangan din po natin ng isang avenue na hindi na pabigat kasi aligned na nga siya. And we've consulted with our department chair na willing naman sila magbigay ng incentives kung aligned to with our course. With environment, kasama, so pwede po tayo magbigay ng subjects doon. For essentials, yes, academics, it's a problem. We have to solve it. It's po yung isa sa paraan na nakita natin.
Follow up doon. Yung question, I think you were saying kanina plans regarding may mga campaigns ka.
Yes po.
And ano yung ulit?
Environmental campaign po siya focusing on wastewater management
May isa pang campaign.
and water pollution. Yes po.
Okay. So,
Okay, for Prime ChE representatives, one of your projects, sinasabi nyo yung research labs, you would promote them. Did you know na meron na nun sa website ng ChE?
Yes, pero I don't think naman lahat nakaka-reach talaga yun ng mga tao. So gusto namin sa FB para mas makita talaga ng mga tao and para mas intense, kaya may interviews, ano talaga ginagawa na per project. Kasi I don't think naman lahat pumunta sa mga website.
So who is your target beneficiary of your project? Because yung relevant lang naman dyan is yung mga 4th year, going 5th year.
Well, first we want to celebrate yung success ng research groups. And second, para ma-inspire yung mga lower years to go on kung nahihirapan sila. So para lang nasan sa patutunguhan.
you're all part of chemical engineering organizations. I want to know what you did to push for your coordinates to attend the activities in the department. Because that's very important as chemical engineering representatives. And we kind of have an idea kung ilan yung umattend per org.
Oh, okay. As parang ginawa ko nga po sa aking batch, I'm part of the external, so kami po yung nanghihikayat sa aming mga orgmates na sumali sa mga events ng ChE-Reps. Especially ngayon po nakita natin yung attendance sa Game 9, ang dami pong games doon. Especially yung sa...
Beach Caravan, ilan?
Wala mga games doon. And yun po yung inano namin na pumunta po kayo, this is the time for our ChE-Reps worked hard on this. So, and as part of our ChE days, as a wish for our department rin.
Sa CAM naman po, I make sure na kung hindi pa na-share yung POV, ako na mismo yung mag-share ng POV dun sa group natin. And meron din group chat yung mga batch namin na encourage natin na, uy, punta kayo dito. Tapos, sometimes may mga times na nakatambay lang sila sa lobby, kakausapin ko yung mga cameras kung wala naman kayong ginagawa. Punta tayo sa events natin. Like, kahapon, yung mga tao na nasa lobby lang sa ChE, pinapapasok ko sa MH Caravan kasi important yung event na yun.
Sir, yung major pero yung like mga friends, mga batchmates, sasabihin ko na pupunta ako, kapasama na rin pupunta sa mga events ng ChEREPS.
Okay, for the last question, please give the mic to Abby.
Ano sa tingin niyo yung biggest problem ng ChE at paano niyo sosolusyonan? One answer per part.
We acknowledge na yung pinakamalaking problema in the department sa academics. Kaya nga po, academics natin, nakita po natin ito, ang dami po natin pinag-session na classes last sem and no mid-year for 101, 122. Tapos, last sem no mid-year 101, 122. Tapos, kaya nga po, yung academic initiatives natin, hindi lang naman po nag-stop with essentials. Papalakasin po natin yung tutorials, tapos yung papalakasin po natin at i-revise po natin yung more with the organizations.
Same answer, academics and welfare ng students. So, nakita natin sa SPOA natin yung achieve. Aside from achieve, we will continue the projects of the incumbents and i-improve natin yung mga series of initiatives ng ating incumbents. Yung isa sa mga iniisip namin is yung academic Dropbox para hindi mahiya yung mga student na magtanong ng mga questions. Yung mga questions na alam natin na nahihirapan pala sila na hindi natin alam, sasagutin natin yon through YouTube tutorials, and aside from that, yung sa welfare din, through steady state, and yung another component namin is yung sa achieve na welfare projects.
Okay, thank you, ChE representative.